Welcome to our 5 on 5. I'm pleased to be joined today by Oregon Liquor and Cannabis Commission Executive Director Steve Marks. Steve, thanks for joining us while you're here in town.
Thanks for having me here again. Appreciate it.
So the Commission here in Southern Oregon for its regularly monthly meeting at SOU tomorrow morning. Law enforcement, state legislators, and locals involved in the legal industry will all be attending. What do you hope to accomplish from this?
Well, we want to come down here. You know, Southern Oregon was definitely ground zero in 2021 for the cartel operations. We want to hear from the legislators that helped get bipartisan support for some great legislation last time, helped us move forward. Hear from them firsthand about where we're at this season, what we've got to do, and what they expect of the OLCC and how we can help.
So what can you tell our viewers about Operation Table Rock?
Well, Table Rock was really an exercise. As you know, the illegal operations were certainly in your face in 2021. They have been before, but nothing like that before. And Table Rock was really looking at those growers that were growing under the state's hemp program, that were supposed to be growing hemp at 0.3 THC instead of higher quantity, THC marijuana. And we went out and tested in the field. It was a great operation. We tested, we got on about, I think, 300 or 200 operations. Of that, we found that 53% were growing, hot marijuana. We weren't testing for the fine line of 0.3. We were actually looking for like 0.5 or 5% THC. So it was a good operation. I think it's helping clean up the state system, and we're seeing far less enrollees in that system this year.
What percentage of grows here in Southern Oregon, and you can be specific to Jackson, Josephine County, whatever you like, I know because it's a big question. What percentage of grows here are legal? Can you even estimate a number like that?
Boy, we don't know. There's no number on the illegal grows, so it's really difficult to have that number. If you were asking me just based on sort of my experiential, I'd say about a third.
Okay. It seems like these days, the last month or so, like our local agencies, many times in coordination with each other, possibly OSP, they're almost announcing an illegal bust almost daily, some this spring. Are we even making a dent in this illegal marijuana problem we have here?
Well, I think we made a dent, and I think that dent is showing up this time around, right? We're seeing less of the folks come back. We're not seeing the same kind of building at this point of the hoop house operations that were completely prolific last grow cycle. So, yeah, some, but we got a lot of work to do. They're getting smaller operations in the hills. Law enforcement needs more resources to get out there, and I think we're sending the message that Oregon is not open for business for illegal cartels, and $25 million appropriated by the legislature, changes in laws to help law enforcement actually interdict that product. Very important to us being able to do that, and I think with time and consistency, we are going to make more than a dent. We're going to significantly truncate those operations.
We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll have much more with Steve in just a moment. Stay with us. Welcome back to our 5 on 5. Again, we're here with the head of the OLCC, Steve Marks. Steve, you talked a little bit right before our commercial break about all the things that we need to do to fix this problem. What steps has the state taken as far as money? Because it certainly seems like they're getting more, maybe OSP is getting more involved, or we're getting more grant money for local agencies to hire people to fix this illegal marijuana problem.
A lot more grant money, and that's one of the things that's going to be reported on at the Commission's meeting at Stevenson Union tomorrow starting at 9, right? We're going to have the wine industry, we're going to have the cannabis industry there. We're going to talk to some of our bar licensees, but more money on the way for Southern Oregon and a number of other grantees across the state with this award. That's going to help provide the consistency that particularly the counties here need for having, the people power to be able to get out there and do the work in the field and across the counties, which I think comprise an area the size of Connecticut. So a lot of places for illegal growers to hide, a lot of work to be done.
The legislature ordered your agency to stop issuing new licenses to cannabis businesses at the start of this year. Has that allowed the OLCC to shift resources to tackle these problems?
Not specifically, really. That's in our licensing side. But we are we've been consistently growing and putting more inspectors out there in the field, but we only regulate our growers. The illegal operations are outside of our authority. Now, we do work and with interagency coordination on all those things. For instance, that Operation Table Rock that we talked about was a effort under ODA's authority where we were helping them out last year. They've grown their staff. The good news with Operations Down is we're going to be able to conduct those operations on a statewide basis coming up this year.
The illegal taking of water certainly hurting your legal growers, hurting your wine businesses, your grape vineyards. The state is trying to take steps this year to better track the purchase of water in bulk. Is it too soon to say if that is helping?
Excuse me again, Craig, could you just...
Like we've seen locally here, like the Medford Water Commission and I believe water commissions around the state are tracking, they're changing the ways that the state is monitoring people buying water in bulk. Is that going to help, in your opinion, to stop these illegal grows?
Yeah, I think that will help, and we made sure that our rules sort of report on that, so we get that consistency back. We're working on our communication about that with our licensees and how that happens, so that's going to help. The moratorium, where we can't license any new growers, was a great reason to continue the production moratorium here. You got the drought conditions, more cannabis grows aren't what you need in the circumstances that these counties have found themselves in.
Well, I know you don't have a lot of time while you're here in town. Thank you so much for joining us. We do appreciate it.
Great. Thank you very much.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.